Hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of Ultimate Alchemy. Thank you for all the lovely comments that you've been leaving and all of the little tips and tricks for this mod pack. It's really cool. I've been using some of them and it's really amazing. And in between episodes, I did a live stream and we did a few things. We set up an elevator on the opposite side as well, and it has a little bit of a different blockage in the middle. And also I noticed you could hide the screen, so you just have the two little buttons visible. And I don't know if I like that more than just having the black screen, but I think it's okay. And what else did we do? We set up this, which hopefully it isn't too lag. Oh, it's finished basically. But we have 1024 of quadruple compressed cobblestone, and if I take some out, it's gonna start making more and lag the game. So I'll just take one out, so it remakes it really fast. But if you take this and you smelt it, you get bedrock, and it's surprisingly breakable. So we can automate Grays of Infinity, so we can get into capacitor banks if we want to. Can we get a power monitor? Is that a thing that exists? It exists. We can get a power monitor. Okay, so then controlling a reactor will be really neat and really cool. Okay, that's nice. So up top, we did a few things on the stream and in between episodes. I think in between episodes, or did I do it on stream? I think I did it on stream. But we set up a way to make steel plates, and we can make all the other plates if we need to. We can just add recipes to this. And this compactor also is signalum, as you can see. I used up all of the signalum that I made in the smeltery to make all of the upgrade kits, and I upgraded most of my machines to signalum. I don't think, yeah, I got it to here, and some of them downstairs I think might not be, but I think I got to most of them. I also made this. This is an improved blast furnace. I made this in between the... You might hear a telephone ringing. That's my dad's. But I made this in between episodes, and it is really cool. You have these blast furnace preheaters, and the blast furnace creation is just the same as normal blast furnace. You just make a 3x3 of the blocks, and then you put a hopper on top, and then you right-click it with your wrench, and it makes this. And it's a smaller footprint than the actual blast furnace. So what I have here is just a compacting drawer with the steel, because we also need some steel blocks for something. So I just wanted to have a compacting drawer. And then I have an external storage right down here. You can see the top left. And that is pretty much it. We are importing the slag from here, and it's being stored in the storage drawers down below. And we are exporting charcoal and iron ingots into here. We could use coal coke. I think we should have a bunch of coal coke now. Yeah, 2048 total. But I think charcoal is fine. It doesn't get used up that fast. Also, steel production is very slow. We could set up a thing with the wand to speed it up, but I don't think it's necessary, because over time it's just going to make us more and more steel, and we should be fine. We're not going to use it that quickly, I don't think. This is still the lapis production. It also finished. We have 1024 blocks, so that is really cool. I also took out the garden cloches because they were kind of causing a bit of framingness, and I want to use phytogenic insulators anyway. So I just left the drawers here so they're connected to the storage drawer system so we can see it in our crafting grid. And that is pretty much it. I also started setting up this stuff. I started working on this in the stream a little bit and in between episodes as well. So this is a production of Lumium, and it's really wonky, and all of it is super easy to do basically. So I have this pulverizer getting tin, pulverizing it, also pulverizer getting silver, pulverizing it, putting it into this drawer with a storage downgrade so we only keep a stack. I put an external storage here because I can, just if we need this for any recipes in the system. Like I know I could be doing everything with refined storage, like crafting the, putting the energized glowstone buckets or whatever in the refined storage and crafting the Lumium with refined storage and then putting it into induction smelters and all that. But that would require a lot more work, and everything would have to go through the refined storage system. And I just like to keep things separate. So basically, then it gets extracted into this crafter because it's a smarter crafter than the sequential fabricator from this guy from Thermal. This guy's really sweet. It can craft with liquids, so we would only need the magma crucible and not need the fluid transposer. But the way I could filter items or how many go in with I could only do with item conduits. And I don't want to use item conduits because there's no facades, because there's no painting machine. And if I had a painting machine, I would be using conduits instead of this and using the sequential fabricators because I can do the limited item filter. But I do power in the back. Again, I could do power conduits the basic ones, and I think I should be fine, but I can switch to the conduits in the future if we need to, but I think it's fine for now. So I just did it with this crafter because you can filter how many things go in. So we're just keeping one bucket, a pulverized silver and a pulverized tin, or a stack of it, and that crafts lumium blend, gets put into an induction smelter with some sand, and gets smelted into lumium. So that is going to make 1,000 lumium and 1,000 slag, and I don't think... I mean, I could set up a detector to export sand possibly into this guy, but the slag might become a problem at some point. So we might do a thing where we can put it in a drawer down below and import it from the bottom here. Yeah, we could do that. And then, because I don't really have any more space in the induction smelter, because I have the exporter here, I have the power here, and there are conduits that transmit, or there are thingies that transmit power and energy, or power and items, fluid ducts, I mean, or ducts, just regular ducts, I think. But we could use those, but I think it's okay for now. We're not going to be using that much lumium, plus it doesn't make that much slag, so we should be fine on the slag part. And if I have to empty it manually every so often, it's okay. So this setup is going to be for signalum, so I'll basically just do the exact same thing and do signalum. I'm also storing energized glowstone. Oh, is it energized glowstone? Yeah, energized glowstone in an ender tank. So we can use it to make yellorium in the future, and that will be just exported into a smeltery, because yellorium can only be made in a smeltery, which is kind of dumb, but that's okay. So yeah, let me set up the signalum one, which is basically going to be the exact same thing, just with redstone and some two other metals. It has all been set up, and I decided to change the way I want to import this or have it stored in the system. I will import it into the compacting drawers, or I should say. And I am using a detector on 1,000 of signalum and the importer on the redstone signal. So we can only have 1,000 signalum and 1,000 lumium. So when we take it out, and slag then never becomes a problem. And we just have the signalum and the lumium here, so you know that it's being made here, basically. So that's really cool. And now we can just cover this up really nicely. Like, I love that refined storage has neat little covers. I just have to use the right covers. I actually need, do I have the vertical covers for these? I do not. So we need a cutting tool with some of these. Just make 60. So we're gonna need them here anyway. So let's do boom, 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 and then boom, boom, and just a spruce block, like so, and then cover, cover. Also here, cover, cover, cover. And I love how they match up. If I use the right type of block, they don't really cause any problems. That is not what I wanted. I need my crescent hammer, which I think I tossed in here. You can grab that. And also I need my refined storage one, so we can grab that. And I need the, wrong thing, chiseled stone. There we go. And I'm gonna need to make a few chiseled stone ones for the ducts here. We can put in, where are you? This as well here. That's all right. Doesn't look weird, so that's okay. And then do I have any one of these? I do not. So we need structure ducts. And then I have some chiseled stone here. So let's grab a couple of those. So we can do that and that. And that is a complete system. It's looking fine and dandy. I would love if there was, I don't know if I can import into this tank directly from here. So tank contains lava. This is empty. So can I take this out, and can you push into this directly? Looks like it can. Okay, so then I'll do auto input enabled from the bottom. So you can push. Why are you not? It says auto input. Can you not pull directly out of this tank? Apparently it can. Okay, so we're not gonna do that. Let's put the duct back. Okay. And this we can just, I can toss it here so it gets filled up, so we can then just use the the rest of the things. Okay, that's fine. So we have Signalum, we have Lumium. We can now do the whole conversion kits things with these. We can make Signalum conversion kits. And for Enderium, I think we would need to automate nickel and platinum as I was looking at the last episode. So we're not going to do that today. I want to make an arc furnace today so we can start making diamonds and the metal presses and all that. And because of that, I did in the stream craft a lot of the blocks that we need. I think it's all of them, hopefully. So let me clean up my inventory and figure where I want to set this up, and I'm going to do it with you guys. I think it's all right if we place this here because it's a 5x5, as you can see. I have this arc furnace projector, and how you set this up, it's just a projector basically, and you click in the book to the furnace, for example, to this page, and then you put this with this, and it gets you the furnace projector for the item that is in the manual, which is really cool. So then we can just right click it here, and then we can see what we need to place here. I don't know what that is in the front. Is it a fence? It is not. So let's look into manual. Oh, it's a cauldron, but it really makes a weird thing. Cauldron. I think I have recipes for those. Aha. Is it going to show me the cauldron? That is really wonky. Okay, interesting. So we can build this together. So we need some steel scaffolding right here. It shows you exactly where the blocks go, so which is really cool. So that is super easy to build then. And we need a heavy engineering block in the back. We need some blocks of steel here on the side. And then we also need a lot of steel slabs or sheet metal slabs here on the bottom. And I wonder if you build the first layer and it goes to the second one. Yes, it does. Okay. Then we need a redstone block here. We need some more steel blocks over here on the sides. I think I made the blast bricks. Yes, I did. Okay, so we can put those up here. And then the heavy and I believe some light engineering blocks as well. So 2 heavies on the side and then 3 lights in the back. And then some more lights in the back. Any more steel? 2 more. I'm stuck in the ceiling or something. Okay, then on the side here we need steel sheet metal. And then some more of the reinforced blast bricks up here. Okay, and then some more blast bricks. And some scaffolding. And I believe a light engineering block, another light. Some more scaffolding. And 2 more lights here. And that should be it. There we go. And I assume if I click... Where's my hammer? Possibly in here. Aha. If I click, do I click the cauldron? Aha. Arc furnace. Da 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 da. How does one... Okay, you unbind this. Can I just do this? No. Okay. I just leave it like that. Okay, so I believe power goes in through these 3 things. This is the either the input... It looks like it's the input or the output, and it outputs stuff through here. So we can set up just an importer in the front here to import stuff. Oh yeah, inputs are on the top here, on the left and on the right, which is really cool. And I apparently can't fly through this, which is really weird. So for this, we're gonna need the graphite electrodes. So if I look at graphite electrodes, these are made in a metal press with HOP graphite ingots, and HOP graphite is made in an industrial squeezer with some coke dust. So we need to construct an industrial squeezer next. So let me find it in the manual, see where we want to set it up, and we'll set it up together. Okay, I think we'll set it up here, and if we need to rotate it, I can just rebuild it later. I think it's fluid pipes down here in the middle. Yep. And a light engineering block. Wonderful. Another light one, a redstone one, and then I think I made the barrels. Yeah, I made the recipe, I just didn't make the barrels. Boom, 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 boom. And then we need an inverted piston, so we can just place it like this and then use this. Can we use this? We can't use that. We can use this though. Oh, apparently I can't. Okay. Sure. I can't rotate it downwards. Can you place downwards? Thank you very much. And then some fences. and that is it. And then we click either some of these barrels. Oh, there it goes. Yep. Okay. And let me take the projector off so we can work with this. So we have the output up here, and input over here, and input over here. That's fine. Okay. So I need a pulverizer exporting coal coke into it, and then exporting the coal coke into here, so it makes the HOP graphite, and then we can export that into a drawer here, for example. Yeah, that should be fine. So let me configure all of these and what we need so we can see how it works in the end. Okay, the squeezer is all automated. I have a pulverizer here that is accepting everything from the bottom. We have refined storage cables linked up from the middle of the base, and we are exporting on a detector with 64 HOP graphite ingots some coal coke into this pulverizer. So this is then making the coke dust, which is then going into here with a conveyor belt. If I don't stand too close, I won't pick it up. And the power goes through here, and it's covered by a grass block cover as well here for the redstone furnace. So the squeezer then takes 8 coke dust and turns it into into an HOP graphite dust thingy, I think. And then it turns it into the HOP graphite ingots. So the HOP graphite ingots, we're gonna then extract into here. And I don't know if I wanna use, can these conveyor belts, this guy, can this extracting conveyor belt be turned? I think it can be turned off by redstone. If we grab a lever, I think I can turn it off. Don't know what exactly I have to power. Can you be turned off? I'm gonna have to look at that. But I think it can be controlled by redstone, I'm not sure. I have to look it up. But basically the idea is to use an extracting conveyor belt here to extract it into this metal press that I don't have constructed yet. I can click this and it's a metal press. And I believe I have, in here, I have metal press molds. Oh, these are for the compression for the balls. We need another mold for the rods. So we can go down here, because we're gonna need to do the coal thingies as well. So not this one, this one. We need rod press, I believe, to make the electrodes. So if we look at electrode, this guy, graphite electrode, yeah, 4 graphite ingots, metal press mold, rod. So if we put this over here, and then we grab 4 of these and toss them in here, they disappear because this doesn't have power. Flux. And I think I want to use the immersive engineering power over here. I'm currently just using flux points. I want to use the whatchamacallit, the wires, and have everything like wired around here, which could be really cool. So this makes a graphite electrode with 50% integrity and 50% durability. I don't know if you can repair these in some way, but it's gonna make those. And I think I want to just have it, again, on an external storage. I want to have a drawer that stores these, and then we see how much of this stuff we extract. I just have to look in the manual if this conveyor belt can be turned off with redstone. If not, we're going to have to use something else. But let me configure all of this and I will show it to you after I'm done. Okay, this is all set up. You can turn this off with a redstone signal. It just doesn't show it like it does on the conveyor belt. If I turn, for example, this conveyor belt off, it's gonna actually stop moving, but this guy just doesn't extract. It keeps on moving, but it doesn't extract. So we have a detector here on 16 of these graphite electrodes. I made 26 because I wanted it on 32, but we are slowly burning through most of our coal coke. So we're just gonna leave it be, and this is gonna fill up until 64, and then it should be fine. To have a little bit of a backlog of this, so the coal coke should be made back again by the furnace anyway. And then we have an external storage underneath here detecting how many of these are in the system, and that is just turning off this conveyor belt. I don't know if having a couple of items on the conveyor belt, if this extracts too slow or too fast or whatever, so it doesn't extract the 4 exact ingots. So you can change the how many ticks this activates, and I had it set on 16 ticks. I might set it on 8 ticks and we'll see if that's fine. But now we can grab 3 of these and we can toss them in here. So that is now operating over there, and I don't know if I can auto export these into here, because we have, that's the output. We have the inputs up top here. So I think I can just, I can run some wire up top and run it over here because this is going to be the middle floor anyway. So we can hide it in the ceiling as well, which could be really cool. So for this arc furnace, we need the, I think is it, so diamonds, no, diamond. It is an arc furnace, right? For making the diamonds. Yeah. So we need compressed coal balls and lapis. So I think lapis will go in here and then the compressed coal ball will go into here. So I need to set up those now, and we can put in 2 metal presses right here because the coal ball, we need to make these dense ones with the compressed ones with these ones. Okay, so we need the coal ball first, which is pulverized coal and flint. That can be auto-crafted in the system and exported directly into a drawer. And then we can take those in a metal press. Then we need to craft them again with some bricks, which we can do in just a crafter, I think will be fine. And then we can take those and do the compressed coal balls. Okay, so I need to set up 2 more metal presses. So let me do those over here and we can set up the rest of the stuff. Okay, because of these stupid extracting conveyor belts, they're too fast for this metal press, and the items just start building up over here, and I can't figure out how to do it other than using a timer. And this, it is triggered, basically, this torch is triggered 3 times, and then it gets a redstone signal strong enough to output an item, and it's perfect with the conveyor belt. It, like, that processes and gets another one, so it can do it possibly as fast as it can. I can probably double the speed of this by using 2 metal presses, actually, not just the one, and putting one side by side here with a middle empty. So one would stay here, and we would only need to set up another one. Well, no, this is the center of this 5x5 thing. I would have to figure out how to do it the other way, but basically, I have these compressed coal balls now, and if we take a couple of these, and then let's just grab a stack of lapis. If I put lapis in here, and these in here, apparently it's using a whole bunch of power. But it is, no, is it gonna turn, does it use the lapis just for the thing? And apparently this is using a whole bunch of RF. Even like these 4 conduits aren't enough with the 4,000. Interesting. Okay, so is this gonna make me diamonds? I don't know how many diamonds we'll need, but we'll probably keep a stack or so in here. It made diamonds. Woohoo. And I think it outputs where? It outputs either in the front or here in the back. I'm not sure. So if we grab a drawer, will you automatically output into here? Or into here? Ah, the front is the diamond. Okay, so we can do that specifically. And the back, I don't think we're gonna need anything. So I think what I'll do is just add a storage downgrade to this. So this will only keep a stack, and then we can just take those and export them via an importer or an exporter here on the top. And I can wire this up from here, basically. I'm gonna take this cable up to the top over here. Let's do this together. So I'll put it over here like this and grab some more cabling. I have more crafted. We're gonna go down here, and just because we can make it symmetrical, I'll make it symmetrical and I put in 2 exporters, even though we could only get away with 1. And do that. At least I have to test, hold up, let's grab the lapis. So do you go into the right slot, okay? And if we grab coal balls, these guys, compressed coal balls, put you in here, put you in here. The graphite electrodes are doing their thing. We can also probably export those directly into here, and I think it should be fine. What if I do this? Hold up, let's grab a couple more flux points. And then grab this guy and do boom, boom, flux point, flux point. And we do power in, power in. So that is, it's draining now 12,000 RF, I think, but it is working a bit faster. It's still not enough power. I think I'm gonna be running out of power through this. So we're gonna need a more powerful, because this is draining, yeah, this is all of the power. So this should be draining. Very much so. Okay. So my entire base will stop if we continue doing this. So I'll just say you work with redstone signal, and I'll take these balls out and put them back here so we can export them later. But this should make us diamonds, and it's very power hungry, and that is okay. But we'll sort it out. We have 7 diamonds now. Wonderful. Okay, and this is gonna continue on making these until we set, for example, this to be, let's say 128, and emit signal under the amount. And we're gonna say work with redstone signal. So when we have less than 128 of these, we possibly can just do 64, and it's gonna process this stack of items that is in here anyway. And we can also take this timer, and we can say this emit when we're above the 64. So that should be fine. And then we can say this only work without redstone signal. So when this gets a redstone signal, it's not gonna do anything. Did I just mess up the timings? I might have. That's okay. We can just toss this in here. So when this doesn't have, when this has finished processing the 64, it's gonna emit a redstone signal, and we can move this entire contraption here. This is it's gonna start doing faster exports, but that's okay. So we're gonna put a timer, this timer here, and say, do it like that. Go into a, it can go, we can go directly into a repeater here with the 4, and then just take these redstone conduits. Will you do the right thing? We need the green to be output. So we need this to be green. Actually, no, that's wrong. We need to do this repeater 4, and then block, and then a redstone torch. And we can do that and then turn that guy off, and they say input on green. So that guy will now chill out, and we can grab a bunch of these coal balls. Wonderful. Okay, that is configured. So we can cover everything up, and it's working fine. I think it will be fast enough because this is power hungry anyway. And I'm gonna see if I can import the graphite electrodes automatically. If not, we're just gonna do it manually every time we need it. But I think we should be good. This already stopped as well because it filled up these, and this is also full, which is really neat. So everything is working fine. Wonderful. Let me look at upgrading the power, because we can make overclock generators now, so I might want to set those up for the time being. So I set up the overclock generators. I had to make the next tier of the flux duct, or actually the next 2 tiers of the flux ducts. I needed to make some redstone energy flux ducts that are empty, and then I just filled them up with some stabilized redstone with a fluid transposer. I just bucketed it in, and it was really nice. So these can now transfer 16,000 RF per tick, because each of these overclock generators with 4 speed upgrades makes 3,000 RF a tick. And over here, this arc furnace is requiring quite a lot of RF. So we're exporting power into each one of these. And I think it finished because, do we have 64 diamonds? Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. Interesting. It made exactly, interesting. Oh yeah, because I was out of the things. But basically, we have 64 diamonds with an external storage down here. And the importer up top is being controlled by a detector, or the exporter even, by a detector to say when we have under 64 diamonds, it's going to export coal balls or compressed coal balls into the arc furnace to make more diamonds, which is really cool. And these coal balls are going to keep being crafted over here. Oh yeah, right. I never said make bricks. That's the problem. Brick. Give me 1, please. Export bricks for me, thank you. And I can cover it up again. And my magnet is doing magnety things that I don't want it to do. Okay. Can put that back, that'll spread, and we can put another brick in here. Wonderful. So we are now making more dense coal balls, and it's really neat. So yeah, with that, I want to thank you all for watching. I am hoping you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing to see new videos, support me on Patreon if you want to give a little bit more, and also, I will see you in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.